Let's get rumbling with what happened on my universe mod. We're still on a PPV special. It's part 2 of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view special, and this time it's the actual Royal Rumble match. Who will draw number 1? It's the WWE Tag Team Champion, John Cena. And who drew number 2? Why, it's also John Cena, except this time it's that evil alternate that turned up just over a month ago. So the Royal Rumble began with John Cena versus John Cena, and these two men have had some animosity recently. Good guy Cena got a drop kick and a punch and then almost clotheslined evil Cena out of the ring, but they were soon joined by a third John Cena, one in yellow trousers, and he went straight for good guy John Cena. Now, I don't know if he's good or bad, but he got a bit of attack from both of them. New guy Cena started posing to the crowd while good guy Cena eliminated bad guy Cena. Xavier Woods joined the party, but he didn't do anything while new guy Cena hit a big suplex on good guy Cena. There are way too many Cenas in this. Once Cena suplexed Cena, someone else actually got to be involved. Xavier Woods and new guy Cena got battling, and they were soon joined by the man who drew number 5, Roman Reigns, John Cena's team fuckboy tag team partner, and they joined forces to take on the new alternate Cena. After hitting some special Royal Rumble double teamness, it was every man for themselves, and Roman Reigns started attacking his tag team partner, but he was soon countered by Cena, and Dean Ambrose entered the fray at number 6. Unfortunately for the latest John Cena alternate, he was then eliminated by Xavier Woods and Roman Reigns, who teamed together to throw him over the top rope while John Cena and Dean Ambrose battled. Following the elimination, Xavier Woods hit a code break on Roman Reigns and tried to throw him over the top rope, and then we got our number 7 entrant, Edge. He went straight for John Cena, throwing him into the corner, but he soon got countered and amazingly eliminated straight away by the number 1 entrant, John Cena. The match continued with Dean Ambrose getting a headlock on John Cena and then a shin breaker while Xavier Woods and Roman Reigns battled. Dean Ambrose focused on Xavier Woods as we got number 8 in the ring. It was Luke Gallows. He tried to eliminate John Cena straight away, almost throwing him over the top rope, but in the end, instead opting to hit snake eyes on Cena. Gallows went for Roman Reigns, and instead John Cena ended up with Xavier Woods, and Woods reversed his attack and went for a snap suplex instead. And we were soon joined by Bobby Roode, who had drawn number 9. Bobby Roode immediately felt the force of a Dean Ambrose clothesline, and after that Luke Gallows went back to trying to eliminate John Cena, and this time he had a little bit more success, eventually kicking him off the apron, meaning we were down to 1 tag team champion in the ring at the time. But we were soon joined by the blocky champion Steve, who for some reason forgot to put his costume or face on. Steve came in attacking Xavier Woods, and they traded fists and forearms before eventually Steve hit a sit-out F5. Next in was number 11, Tyler Bate, and he went straight at Dean Ambrose with a nice suplex. Bate got caught by Luke Gallows. He hit him with a backbreaker, but Bate was able to get his own back a minute later when he caught a kick and put him on the floor. After Xavier Woods hit a nice uppercut, the ring was really filling up. We had 7 people in there, and we were soon to be joined by an 8th, and after Dean Ambrose hit a backbreaker on Roman Reigns, Ricochet entered the fray at number 12, and he went straight for Xavier Woods. We haven't had an elimination in a while, so here's the next one. Dean Ambrose dumping out literally Steve. Roman Reigns hit a big corner attack on both Luke Gallows and Xavier Woods, and we soon got another elimination as Tyler Bate clotheslined Bobby Roode over the top rope, and then Xavier Woods was powerbombed over by Roman Reigns. Following that flurry of eliminations, we got some high impact moves, first from Tyler Bate hitting a back suplex on Dean Ambrose, then Roman Reigns took over. First a takedown on Tyler Bate, a big clothesline on Dean Ambrose, and an electric chair drop on Luke Gallows. Unlucky for some, Rick Martel came in. He'd drawn number 13 and he made an instant impact, eliminating Luke Gallows with a clothesline over the top rope. Ricochet nailed Tyler Bate with a lovely 2-hit combo, Northern Lights and normal suplex, but then he got suplexed by Rick Martel, and number 14 entered the arena. It was the Big Show, and he made his mark straight away, throwing Dean Ambrose straight out and then throwing Roman Reigns out. Roman Reigns tried to hold on, but Big Show made sure he couldn't. Big Show would continue punishing Tyler Bate, this time with a fall-away slam and a clothesline, before we were joined by Tyler Bate's British Strong Style teammate Pete Dunne, who would then fall straight into the Big Show's hands also, but that left Big Show open for a Tyler Bate dropkick. Tyler then paired off with Rick Martel, as instead we had Pete Dunne and Ricochet working on the Big Show. Ricochet tried to eliminate him, but it wasn't going to happen, let's face it. Big Show still a bit too fresh for that sort of thing. Following a lovely big slam on Pete Dunne by Rick Martel, our next entrant came in, number 16, Lio Rush. Unfortunately for Lio Rush, he immediately felt the wrath of Pete Dunne's elbow and a butterfly suplex from Pete Dunne. In the meantime, Big Show tried to eliminate Rick Martel. It didn't work. Instead, he hit a neck breaker. Pete Dunne hit a back breaker on Ricochet, and Tyler Bate was eliminated when he tried to clothesline over Lio Rush, and it just didn't work. The second member of the New Day entered at 17, Big E, but unfortunately for Big E, he was not in there for very long. He tried to take advantage of Big Show when he missed a butt bump in the corner, but Big Show quickly reversed him with an elbow and chokeslammed him over the top rope. Entering at 18 was the debuting almighty Bobby Lashley, who started off by hitting a full Nelson slam on Rick Martel. He then eliminated Rick Martel when he finished off the Big Show's hard work. Big Show didn't seem to mind too much though. He instead went to work on Pete Dunne and started to try and eliminate him. Bobby Lashley thought he'd get on the act on that one as well, and the pair tried to eliminate Pete Dunne, but somehow the United Kingdom champion held on for his life. Our 19th entrant entered. It was Kofi Kingston, our third New Day member, who walked straight into a suplex from Bobby Lashley. Don't worry Kofi fans though, Kingston hit a suplex of his own after, although he did walk into a gorilla press into a knee from Lashley after that. Next up was our 20th entrant, Rusev, although he did not spend too much time in the ring either, as Ricochet followed his awesome Hurricane Rana on Bobby Lashley by brawling with Rusev in the corner and clotheslining him over the top rope. The Big Show and Pete Dunne continued their little feud in the corner, trying to eliminate each other. Bobby Lashley nailed Ricochet with an Argentine backbreaker, and we had our 21st entrant of the Royal Rumble, Dolph Ziggler. Ricochet's commendable performance in the Royal Rumble unfortunately came to an end when Bobby Lashley threw him over the top rope, and Pete Dunne continued to survive against the Big Show before Big Show instead focused on Lashley, throwing him about for a bit. It was DDTs all round as Ziggler and Dunne hit Rush and Kofi with one each respectively. Everyone then paired off and tried to eliminate each other. The most successful one though was Dolph Ziggler, who managed to actually eliminate Lio Rush. Pete Dunne was the least successful, as his attempt ended up with him flying over the top rope when he tried to attack Kofi. Sami Zayn entered at 22. He got kicked by Kofi but then hit a lovely enziguri on the Big Show. Big Show then got annoyed and tried to eliminate him. Bobby Lashley gave Kofi Kingston a gorilla press slam but then accidentally punched Dolph Ziggler, giving Kofi an opening, and he took advantage of that opening well, clotheslining Bobby Lashley over the top rope. Next up was the number 23 entrant, Viva La Raza Eddie Guerrero, and he went straight to work with a spinning heel kick on both Ziggler and Kingston. Kofi got his revenge a little later though, dodging a Guerrero dropkick and hitting the boom drop. Our 24th entrant was the next thing to happen. Carl Anderson was that person, and then Dolph Ziggler got thrown over the top rope and then flicked over by the Big Show, who was still in there, and he continued to make his mark, hitting a big full Nelson slam on Sami Zayn. Big Show then got a bit of a beating off Carl Anderson, Guerrero and then Zayn, but Zayn accidentally threw him into the number 25 entrant, Drew McIntyre, and Big Show gave him a backbreaker for his trouble. McIntyre got drop kicked and Sami Zayn got to do an elimination of his own, throwing Eddie Guerrero over the top, and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn's tag team partner, was then in at 26, while the Big Show was being thrown out by Carl Anderson. Big Show did try and fight it, but it was no use. He was out of the Royal Rumble. We were left with 5 men for the time being, and they brawled for a bit. We got a lovely Hurricane Rana from Kofi Kingston on Carl Anderson, and a lovely Michinoku driver from Kofi Kingston on Kevin Owens. Before the 27th entrant entered the Rumble, it was Andrade Cien Almas, and he went straight on Kofi Kingston with a Hurricane Rana. Carl Anderson gave Drew McIntyre a drop kick, and Daniel Bryan entered at 28, which was then followed by Andrade Cien Almas being eliminated by Kofi Kingston with a super kick. Not to be outdone, Daniel Bryan got an elimination of his own straight away, getting rid of Drew McIntyre, then giving Sami Zayn some running drop kicks in the corner. The 29th entrant was next. It was former WWE champion Bray Wyatt. The big moves carried on with Kevin Owens hitting a Kryptonite Crunch on Sami Zayn. He then tried to celebrate on the second rope but was knocked off by Daniel Bryan. Carl Anderson gave Kofi Kingston a Russian leg sweep and a big rocket kick before we had the final entrant, number 30. It was Finn Balor. However, despite an early flurry from Finn Balor and some cool looking glitches with him and his apparent tag team partner Daniel Bryan, Balor was out pretty quickly when he tried to eliminate Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt ducked and Balor went flying over the top rope. Also, almost straight after, Kofi Kingston was sent packing by Sami Zayn. Zayn would then end up in Bray Wyatt's arms, getting slammed to the floor with a swing. Kevin Owens and Carl Anderson were going at it in the corner. Anderson reversed a punch and then ended up clotheslining Kevin Owens to the outside. We were down to the final 4, and Carl Anderson gave Sami Zayn a lovely TKO neckbreaker to start off that final 4. Unfortunately for Anderson, though, Daniel Bryan quickly dumped him out after that and went to work on the other 2, hitting a clothesline on Zayn and a Hurricane Rana on Wyatt. He then started giving the yes kicks to Zayn, but Bray Wyatt stood up and got in the way. Well, he got in our way anyway. Daniel Bryan got annoyed with this and threw Wyatt over the top rope and gave him several punches to ensure that it would be just him and Sami Zayn as the final 2 in the Royal Rumble match. The 2 men stared each other down as we reached the final portion of the Royal Rumble match, and that started with Daniel Bryan hitting a running elbow on Sami Zayn, followed by a Northern Lights suplex. We then saw a fantastic array of reversals from both competitors, which ended up with Daniel Bryan finally getting to hit the yes kicks with a perfect view for all of us to see. With the crowd cheering on every kick. It's not like real life. He's not turned heel yet for me. Daniel Bryan hit the yes kicks, followed that up with a neck breaker, and then laid him against the ropes, ready to hit a exploder suplex over the top rope. Daniel Bryan had won the Royal Rumble match, and of course that means he'll be going to the main event of Wrestlemania. That's it for another edition of What Happened on My Universe Mode. Like and subscribe. Old School Raw next.